right. Told you earlier on that we'll be in conversation with some young people. Tomorrow, August 12th, is International Youth Day. Youth Building Peace is the international theme of the International Youth Day being celebrated tomorrow around the world. But our local theme is Youth Building Peace towards violence-free elections in Liberia. And we're pleased to have in studio 4 young people. They come from various schools. Let me just ask you to introduce yourselves instead of me calling your names. Let's begin from the left. It's gender balance, 2 females, 2 males. Let's begin from the left. Introduce yourself.
Good morning, listeners. I'm Taylor Virginia W.R., a student of the Painesville Community High School. I am an ambassador for peace. I'm glad to be in studio with you this morning.
Good morning. I'm Ambassador Melchizedek FP Dulaway also. I'm a camp for peace, train, and then ambassador. So I'm very glad to be here this morning in studio with you, Oliver.
Okay.
Good morning. My name is Blessing Soda. I'm a camp for peace ambassador and a student of the Nathan Gibson High School.
Good morning, fellow Liberians. My name is Patam Abiel Willie Jr. of Esimeafe Lodging High School. I'm an ambassador trained by Camp for Peace Liberia. I'm so glad to be with you in studio, Mr. Oliver, this morning.
Okay. Young people, they're all ambassadors. Ambassadors Melchizedek Dulugbe, Ambassador Virginia Taylor, Ambassador Blessing Zota, and Ambassador Abel Lawrence. Okay, they are our guests, and tomorrow is International Youth Day, IYD. Now, let's begin first about... I know you all come from the Camp for Peace,
Sure.
and tomorrow is International Youth Day.
Sure.
Let's take a brief look at International Youth Day. Tell us, what is it? What is International Youth Day?
Thank you very much, for the time, Oliver. Now, whenever we talk about International Youth Day is a day that is designated by the United Nations. The purpose of this day actually is to draw attention to a given set of, critical and then tribal issues that are surrounding youth all around the world. So International Youth Day actually came about a few years ago, precisely in 2000. So this day is annually observed on August 12th.
International Youth Day is a day set aside by the UN. The youth will come together from all over the world to explain about the trouble, to see what they are faced with. It sees this International Youth Day seeks to raise the awareness of cultural and legal issues youth is faced with throughout the world.
Sure. Ambassador Melchizedek. Now, I know you also come from the Camp for Peace at the PCS, the Painesville Community School, right?
Okay.
Now, how did you come about becoming a member of the Camp for Peace? What motivated you into becoming a member of the Camp for Peace?
Okay, my motivation came about when I was on campus. Always I see hostility in my friends. And then it's like a very difficult situation that each and every one of us we actually have to solve. And then we're able to go through several trainings. Some of these trainings were what you call today the communication skills, developing communication skills. At first, for me, I used to communicate, but not effectively as when I received the training from Camp for Peace. So I went there, and then I was trained by Camp for Peace Liberia to become peace ambassador. Now, to give you a little background on Camp for Peace Liberia. Camp for Peace Liberia is a non-profit organization. Actually, it was funded a few years back, precisely in 2005. By a group of young visionary youth like you and myself in studio this morning, with the goal to transform the life of young people through community-based education, and then with the desired goal at times, to change the life of youth. And then Camp for Peace Liberia has several programs. Some of these programs are like peer mediation, women and youth empowerment, skills training. But today, actually, we are going to be discussing on peace and non-violence because we are gearing towards our election in Liberia. So this is a very interesting topic to be discussed.
Okay, now let me come over to you, Blessing. You come from the Nathan Gibson High School. How did you come about being a member of the Camp for Peace? Your own look towards peace. What motivated you into becoming a member?
What really motivated me was when I hear the word peace. You know, in our community these days, we found out that youth are mostly involved into violence. But when I hear about peace, I decided that maybe I could be the difference. You know, I could bring about peace in my community, in my school.
We know we youth are always used for the bad things, but if we are used for the good, I swear, Liberia is going to go somewhere. See, like, in my community, people tear down the posters of politicians. That's an act of violence. Violence means any act of destruction. You don't have to take knife to stab somebody before we know that you are creating you are creating a suicide, or you are demonstrating violence. Violence is, for example, you can come and tear somebody poster down. You can see somebody and spit on them or throw a stone at them.
Now, Ambassador Melchizedek, I understand that I know this whole idea about youth coming together in this International Youth Day under the auspices of the United Nations.
Sure.
And Resolution 2250, they tell me, is a very important part of the youths. This convention put together called International Youth Day. Now, you care to tell us about Resolution 2250? What is it all about? What makes it important to the youths?
Yeah, I can tell you.
Okay.
No.
Tell the audience, the listeners.
The Resolution 2250 of the United Nations Security Council, actually, it seeks to explain full details about youth. Youth are often portrayed, like my colleague said, the victim of perpetrator of violence. But that resolution seeks to tell people that youth are also involved in peace building, which of course is right. Yes, Liberia is an established fact that we have our youth out there who have been used for the negative aspect. But equally so, we have youth also who are engaged in peace building. Yeah, if we take an instance like Ibrahim Keita, people like Sata Sharif, Leon Gaigon, Nuta Kole, Colin Moba, these are all peace builders in the nation. Yeah, so that resolution is there to tell us that the perception, those negative perceptions and prejudices that people hold against youth, we are here to challenge the biases in society.
Abel?
Yeah.
What is planned for tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow we have a lot of activities on hand.
Officially now.
Yeah, officially we are going to be talking about peace and non-violence and educating youth, and also serving as a role model for youth to become a better people of tomorrow.
Yeah, like my colleague said, that tomorrow we're going to be having a forum for youth, because the United Nations, the celebration of this day can be done in varieties of ways. Okay. Yeah, you can shop, and then you can call youth around, you talk to them, but tomorrow we are going to be like intellectual. So where youth will come and then they will express themselves about issues that they are faced with. Because the resolution that we just explained about, that's
2250.
The resolution 2250 of the United Nations Security Council. The topic is always selected by the problems that you face at that particular time. So especially Liberia, as we are gearing towards election, this topic, the team youth building peace, is really essential for us. So we contextualize
youth building peace towards violence-free elections.
That's our own team.
Yeah, local team.
Our local team.
Okay.
So the United Nations, their team is
youth building peace.
So for us, youth building peace, the world of violence-free election in Liberia. So actually, that's what we plan to do tomorrow.
How can the young people like you, this one will be for each of you, what can you do as a young person to encourage other youths to remain peaceful, to be law-abiding?
Okay, really for me, my strategy that I've put in place, so that youth around the world can remain peaceful, is by being tolerant. Tolerant is the appreciation and the ability of diversity to live and allow others to live also. Yeah, it's like accepting another one's opinion. I should not be subject to you always. Yeah. So then, most of the times when I'm talking to youth, even in my community, I try to lay out some history that have happened back there. Even though by that time I was not born, but then I can still talk to them. So I always tell them, Oliver, from 1990 to 2013, Violence has led to the death of an estimated number of 1.13 million people, and then to 1.28 million people. Just imagine such a margin. So people have died. Violence is not good, actually. So we should understand that violence has no specific target, but it's always harmful. And it's essential that we remain peaceful in this country, because peace is the only thing that every one of us need. We all have dreams. Young people like you and myself today, we have dreams, and these dreams can only be brought into reality or accomplished if our country remains peaceful. When we are in the time of war, there is no reason of going to school, because you will see people out there with guns, they will be shooting, and you can't walk to go to school. So the only way we can go to school, the only way our parents can get a job, the only way our mothers can go in the market to sell, unless this country is peaceful.
You need not to give a radical approach. You need to respect your belief, despite of religion, despite of tribe. I just want to leave a few parting words with my youth out there. I want you to be good. I want you to be involved in peace building, and also involved in some act of good behavior, and not doing the worst for these politicians.